Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. And it is time to present our player of the game from State Farm. Today's player of the game brought to you by Ross Hoekstra with State Farm serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. Call Ross at 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs, or stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. Our State Farm player of the game today is Macy Sievers. Macy Sievers today, 18 points on 7 of 8 shooting, including 4 of 5 on three-pointers. She also had 6 rebounds and 5 assists with a steal and a block shot. She and Janie Vendong with serious consideration. Vendong had 19 points and 13 rebounds to go with 2 assists. So it goes to Macy Sievers today. We'll be presenting those throughout the season. And that again is the Ross Hoekstra State Farm player of the game. Scores from around the league as I scratch through my standings. And I want to get these updated, so bear with me. Everybody played today. Dordt beat Mount Marty 92-55. Northwestern a win over the College of St. Mary 102-60. Morningside down to Midland 69-61. Hastings a 79-70 winner over Dakota Wesleyan. And it was Briarcliff over Concordia 70-56. Doane down to Waldorf 78-56. Standings then as we take a look at the Wireless World postgame show. Dordt 11-0. Dakota Wesleyan and Northwestern slipped to 8-3. Dakota Wesleyan entered with two losses. Northwestern holds, I guess, with 3 losses. They got a win, so they're now 8-3. Briarcliff jumps into the number 2 spot all by themselves at 8-2. We've got a 3-way tie now for 3rd place with Dakota Wesleyan, Northwestern, and Doane all 8-3. Morningside and Hastings are 7-4, and Concordia is now 4 games out of 7th place, or a tie for 6th. They stand 4-8. Waldorf and Mount Marty are both 2-9. Midland is 1-10, and the College of St. Mary is 1-11. Tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to close things down for this portion of the broadcast. We're going to get the men's live stream going. So let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break. And if Coach Bill Harmson makes his way up to the balcony, we'll talk with him. But that'll be a 3-minute break. And that is, so we'll take a 3-minute break on Sioux County Radio, and we'll be back with more on the Dordt Media Network and Sioux County Radio right after this 3-minute timeout.
In our program, we talk a lot about this idea of teaching Christian. How does my faith impact every decision I make in my teaching practice? The more opportunities we have to work with students to kind of foster that kind of a little bit bigger picture of how faith and learning are already integral. It's already there. So how do we uncover that? How do we help students start to see more and more like this is how things are? I'm a person of faith. My faith is a critical component to who I am. Then it's going to have to play out in my teaching practice in some way.
Homegrown. Community.
Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
At Dordt, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dordt students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dordt University.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Well, we are back as part of the Wireless World post-game show, and as part of the Wireless World post-game show, an extra special treat. Assistant coach DJ Drogue making his way into the balcony as we're going to get post-game comments from DJ. And DJ, I guess the official title is graduate assistant basketball coach. What do you do during the week? What does the graduate assistant for the Dordt women's basketball team do with his time during basketball season?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's
Mike.
why I ask it, DJ.
Yeah, well, you've been doing this for a while, so you probably got a lot of experience, a lot of great questions in your mind there. But yeah, my week, it's a lot of JV practice and games that we got going on. And then just varsity practices too. So there's about 3 hours a day of practice that I'm at. Then we got workouts every day with certain players, just developing those skills, and a lot of scouting report stuff. So that's a lot of film watching and game planning, and then we meet with all the coaches at some point in the week and come up with a game plan all together. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot of skill development work, a lot of basketball, obviously, and yeah, a lot of fun.
What area did you think you needed to improve on as you went into this role? Now, you moved directly from a student assistant into the graduate assistant role, and while there are some similarities, there's more responsibility put on a graduate assistant. What did you need to grow into and get comfortable with moving into a graduate assistant role?
Yeah, I would say just actually having a voice in practice and a voice to coach. When I was a student assistant, I was just the assistant coach for JV and honestly, I didn't really do much. I was just kind of there at practices and kind of like a glorified manager, I guess. But then once you get into that graduate assistant role, you actually have to coach. And so finding that voice, finding that confidence to coach the girls and understand that I do have things I can teach them. And then just continuing to research and learn more about the game, and then also the scouting reports. Like, I had no experience doing like a full scouting report, and I look back to my first couple scouting reports from last season, and I'm like, how is that acceptable? There's like 1 or 2 sentences for defensive keys, 1 or 2 sentences for offensive keys, and but yeah, so just the detail and level of intensity that goes into those scouting reports.
Mount Marty today, who had the scout for this one?
I did.
Okay, so tell me about the game. What was the game plan going in with Mount Marty?
Yeah, so Mount Marty, they play really hard, and we knew that. They've always played really hard. Their offensive, I guess, keys and to how they run their offense is to get to the middle of the paint, so we were trying to keep them on the sideline. Doing our best to do that and not let them into that middle area. And then offensively, just keeping the pace up. I think if you watch Dordt women's basketball, that's what we try to do. That's part of our identity. So keeping that pace up, trying to pound the ball inside. And we knew they were going to throw some different defenses at us. We knew they were going to throw some different zones and different mans. They guard ball screens a little bit differently too from game to game, so just being ready for that and kind of just all those different things they might throw at us was a part of that game plan.
How did you feel like the team executed? I mean, I always say it's really hard to make diagnosis in real time.
Yep.
Sometimes you need to absorb and take a look at things and see what you sense is real. But I'm going to ask, gut reaction, how'd the team do today?
Yeah, I think we executed the game plan pretty well. We were getting open shots, we were getting the ball where we wanted, and we were getting stops for most part. And then early we just weren't hitting shots, and we were turning the ball over in bad spots. So I think we executed pretty well at the end of the day. It's just, I mean, you got to make shots, you got to make layups, you got to make the right reads and stuff. And then in the second half, we cleaned that up and did a lot better in those areas.
Elevator pitch, 40 seconds. What do you want to do next?
What do I want to do next?
Yeah, 40 seconds. What's next for DJ Droge after you finish up your master's work? Tell me what you want to do and why.
Yeah, I would love to coach college basketball in some capacity at any school, really. Love to coach college basketball. Love to continue to do what I'm doing in any capacity, really. That's what I would really like to do.
Open to any area? Is it wide open?
Pretty much. My wife Taylor is applying to grad school, so we got to figure out where she can get into and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of a combo effort there.
All right. DJ Droge, assistant coach, congratulations on the win today. That wasn't too painful. I will let you go, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike.
That's DJ Droge, assistant coach for the Dordt men's basketball team, and our women's basketball team, beg your pardon. The Defenders getting a win today over the Mount Marty Lancers by a final of 92-55. Here's your men's matchup. We'll hustle through it. So that postgame, the Wireless World postgame, took just a little bit longer than we had anticipated, but that's all right. Mount Marty 7-8 overall, 4-5 of the conference. Scoring 73 points a game, giving up 73. Shooting 51% from the floor, allowing 47%. Converting 31% on three-pointers, allowing 37%. Getting out rebounded 37-31. That's a little bit of a surprise given their size. Turnovers, Mount Marty 13. They forced 12. Last 5 games, Mount Marty is 1-4. Last 10 games, they're 4-6. Their most recent win was a victory over Waldorf, 74-70. And they are led by Tosh Lunde, 23 points per game, 9.3 rebounds. Brandon Garcia averages 10.3 points per game. The Dordt Defenders are 16-1 overall, 8-1 in the conference. They're outscoring teams 94-71. They're converting 54% of their field goals and allowing 43% success. They're converting 41% of their three-point shots, allowing 30% success. Dordt out rebounds teams 37-33. They commit 9 turnovers a game. They force 14. Their most recent win was a victory over Waldorf, 110-58 on Wednesday night. Last 5 games, they're 4-1. Last 10 games, they're 9-1. They have a 1-game winning streak, looking to build on that. Lucas Lorenzen, 22.6 points per game, leads the way for the Defenders. Bryce Kopic is at 14.9 with 3.5 rebounds. Lorenzen gets 5.6. Connor Milliken is converting 10.7 points per game. Jake Hargan's 8.3. Luke Rankin 8.2 points and 8.8 assists. Ben Fairclough 7.7 points per game with 5.9 rebounds per contest. Dordt defeated Waldorf in the most recent outing, 110-56. Luke Rankin 17 points and 9 assists in the win. For the Lancers, their last win was a victory over Waldorf, 74-70 on January 4. Tosh Lunde had 18 points and 8 rebounds. Brandon Garcia 13 points. Dordt leads this series since 2001, 40-10. Bryce Kopic, 25 points and 5 rebounds. Lucas Lorenzen, 24 points and 5 rebounds. Luke Rankin, 13 points and 7 assists. Tash Lunde had 20 points and 5 rebounds for the Lancers. Taking a look at the starting lineups for both teams, we begin with the Lancers. They will start 0. Mac Ryken, 5'10 sophomore from Yankton, South Dakota, averaging 6.3 points per game. Brandon Garcia is a 6'2 senior from Weston, Florida, averaging 10.3 points per outing. Number 14 is Tosh Lunde, 6'6 junior from Flanger, South Dakota. He averages 23 points a game. Number 20 is Jared Lopez, 6'6 senior from Lincoln, averaging 6.9 points per outing. And number 33 is Jake Jensen, a 6'5 junior from Meckling, South Dakota, averaging 7.1 points per game. For the Defenders, it'll be Rankin, Milliken, Kopic, Lorenzen, and Fairclough. Rankin is a senior from Grimes, averaging 8.2. Connor Milliken, a 6' sophomore from Springfield, averaging 10.7. Bryce Kopic, 5'11", senior from Hawarden, Iowa, averaging 14.9 points per game. Lucas Lorenzen, 6'4", junior, Milford, Iowa, averages 22.6 points per outing. And Ben Fairclough is a 6'8", senior from Perth, Australia, averaging 7.7 points per game. Rankin with the basketball. Dordt controls the opening tap. Comes back right side. Kopic, 3 from too strong from the right wing. And the rebound is cleared by Lunday. Here comes Mount Marty with their first possession of the contest. Loose basketball picked up by Rankin after the ball was deflected away. Garcia turned it over. Here come the defenders. Rankin with the basketball, fires it right side over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen puts it up in traffic. Shot no good. And a weak side rebound taken away by Ryken. Ryken gives it up, and the shot no good. Loose basketball, and Lunday comes away with it. Lunday with a 2-point bucket. Long pass into the front court, and the Lancers come away with it. So Mount Marty with the lead, 2-0, and they will walk it into the front court. Do not look for them to get into a track meet with the defenders. They average 73 points per game. They'll want to keep it in the 60s or 70s if they can. Lunday underneath. They pass it back out to Garcia. Garcia off of the glass, good. Brandon Garcia makes it 4-0. Pass ahead to Milliken. Milliken has it blocked out of bounds. Last touch by Mount Marty. It'll be Dordt basketball. 18:37 left to play in the first half. Defenders inbounding. And the defenders will throw it in. This will be Luke Rankin. Rankin, right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Gets it into Kopic. Kopic slices into the lane. His two-pointer, good. So the assist off the inbounds pass for the defenders. And the defenders trail 4-2. Garcia with the basketball. They pass right side. Underneath, shot hangs on the rim, won't go through. Rebound taken away by Fairclough. Here comes Rankin in traffic. Rankin stops, comes back to Fairclough. Fairclough gives to Lorenzen. Lorenzen down to the baseline, back outside. Milliken, 3-ball, right wing, short, no good. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen. Lorenzen in traffic, off of the glass, no, off of the rim, no good. And the rebound taken away by Lunday. Lunday with the basketball. Lunday driving into the paint. He'll take it in against Lorenzen. Puts it up with the right hand. Missed it. No good. And the rebound is cleared by Fairclough. Ben with the basketball. Some relative newcomers in terms of our officiating crew today. Rankin with it at the free throw line. Fires it back over to Fairclough as he was falling down. Fairclough into the paint. Comes back to Kopic. Corner 3. Missed it. No good. And the rebound taken away by the Lancers. Lancers have it. Up 4-2. Into the paint. Jake Jensen. Jensen back out front. Garcia. Garcia with it. Under 20 to shoot. That'll be common when Mount Marty has the basketball. They pass it off right side. Ryken. Mac Ryken will drive into the lane. Puts it up. His short shot. Hangs on the rim. Won't go through. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen. Bounced around and Lucas comes away with it. Lucas Lorenzen back over to Rankin. Rankin directing traffic. Comes back over to Fairclough. Back right side. Lorenzen. 3. Good. Lucas Lorenzen with a 3-point basket, and the defenders lead 5-4. 5-4 defenders. 16:40 and counting. Walking it up will be Garcia. Dordt will try to turn up the defensive pressure. They pass right side Jensen. Jensen working against Lorenzen. Back over to Lunday. Lunday to Garcia. Garcia to Jensen. Jensen with the basketball on the wing. Jensen looking down low against Fairclough. Trying to get a little room to work. Kick out pass. 8 to shoot. Back it goes Lopez. Lopez 3. Missed, no good. And the rebound is cleared by the defenders. Coming up with the basketball is Rankin. Luke with the basketball into the paint. Left side. Milliken 3. Missed it. Wide right. No good. Clangs off of the rim. Dordt now 1 of 5 from the arc. 2 for 9 from the field. 16 minutes left to go. First half. Dordt leading 5-4. 5-4 our score. Brandon Garcia over the basketball, guarded by Kopic. Half-court defense by the defenders. Into the paint. Garcia trying to get his way there. Pass back over to Lopez. Lopez to Jensen. Jensen 3. Good. Jake Jensen with the 3. Dordt trails 7-5. Rankin with it at the top of the key. Rankin comes back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with it. Poked away by Ryken. Lorenzen into the lane, and we've got a blocking foul called on Mac Ryken. That's going to be foul number 1 on Ryken. Our officiating crew today, Chase Grizzle, Casey Mackey, and Levi Vogt. Milliken inbounding the basketball. Pardon me, that is Kopic inbounding. They get it into Lorenzen. Lorenzen shot no good. Jensen held his ground. Kopic gambles for the steal. Coming away with the basketball is Garcia. He goes right side back over to Reichen. Reichen with it. Reichen to Garcia. Garcia, Reichen. Nothing there. Dordt, new players in the game. You've got Benessen, Hargens, and Proctor. Lorenzen has the basketball at the top of the key. Lucas driving in, and he is stripped on the way up, and we've got a foul on the play. Who's it going to go on? And if it's on Mac Reichen, he'll be a little uptight. Instead, it's going to go on Brandon Garcia. That's number 1 on him. So Reichen committed a foul earlier, was displeased with that call as well. Lucas Lorenzen to the free throw line. First one is up and good. 7-6. Another free throw coming. 14:52 left to go in the first half. Dordt trailing by a point, very early going. Second free throw by Lorenzen leaves it short, won't go down, and the defenders trail 7-6. A little over 5 minutes into the contest. Lunday with it. Lunday comes over to Garcia. Garcia with it on the left-hand side. Mount Marty will call a set. Set play for the Lancers. Goes over to Garcia. Garcia gives it up. Left wing, Reichen. Reichen picks up his dribble. Goes back over to Garcia. 7 to shoot. 2 on the way. Long 2, no good. Rebound cleared by Hargens. Here come the defenders. Pass underneath Benessen. Benessen layup good on the assist from Kopic. Ty Benessen with a 2-point bucket, and the defenders lead 8-7. In the backcourt with it is Garcia. He gets it across the timeline, splits the defense, lays it up with the left hand good. Brandon Garcia with 4 points. Dordt trails 9-8. Kopic, Benessen, right side Proctor. Proctor wants a ball screen. Now instead tries to pass it over to Lorenzen, and it's tipped away. Out of bounds, it'll be Dordt basketball. Prinz will check in. Lorenzen will check out. Dordt trailing 9-8. Pass comes into Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. 13:50 left to play. First half of action. Kopic hesitates, throws into the corner. Benessen, his 3, missed it, no good. Prinz with a tap, controlled by Mount Marty. Mount Marty with the basketball. Rugby Reichen into the front court. Rugby Reichen picks up the dribble. He throws it left-hand side. Ball deflected, and Benessen had it, and he got knocked to the floor. Foul's going to go on Tyler Sandoval. Sandoval whistled for the personal. That's number 1 on him, as Benessen smothered the pass, then got knocked down to the floor as he tried to possess it. So Dordt basketball, foul number 3 on the Lancers. Bryce Kopic with the basketball. Kopic will get a ball screen from Hargens. Fires it back right side Proctor. Proctor, Hargens. Hargens, short corner. Reverses back over to Benessen. Benessen splits the defense, puts it up with the right hand, drew the contact, and gets the shot to go. He's got 4, and the defenders lead 10-9. Wanted a foul call, didn't get one, and here come the Lancers. Dordt leading by a point. Prinz hassling the ball handler out front. That's Rugby Reichen. Pass right side over to Mac Reichen. Mac with the basketball. Pass right side to Jensen. Jensen into the paint against Kopic. Now Rugby Reichen with it. Back to Jensen. Jensen 3, missed it, no good. Rebound Sandoval. Sandoval is held on the play. Foul's going to come before the shot, though. They're going to call that on Hargens. So Jake Hargens whistled for the personal foul. So Hargens commits the foul. Does not look like we will see Angkok Akot, sophomore from Egypt. He was in the starting lineup on Wednesday. Looks like he is in street clothes today, or travel slicks. Ball deflected, taken away by Proctor. Proctor with a steal, feeds it ahead. Prinz, layup too strong, no good, but there for the tap in. I believe it's Hargens. Hargens with the tap in. Defenders lead 12-9. So Jake with his first basket of the day. He had a nice game on Wednesday night, very active for the defenders in that win over Waldorf. Lancer basketball, Rugby Riken out front, passes to Damon Opdahl. Opdahl with it on the left wing. Opdahl passes out front, Lunde, guarded there by Hargens. Turnaround by Lunde, shot no good, and the rebound taken away by Rankin. Rankin with the basketball on the jailbreak. Luke into the front court, doesn't have the numbers. Feeds the trailer, Prinz. Prinz splits the defense. No look pass underneath Hargens. Kick out pass, 3 on the way. Proctor, yes! 3-point bucket, Jake Proctor, and the Dordt defenders extend the lead to 15-9. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute. Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
11:52 left to go in the first half. Dordt opening up their biggest lead of the ball game at 6, 15-9 after a Jake Proctor 3 as the sophomore from Heston, Kansas knocks it through from the left wing. Comes into the ball game averaging about 6 points per game. Lancers have the basketball. They give it up Rugby Riken. Riken will take it across the timeline, guarded by Proctor. Riken also the starting quarterback for the Mount Marty Lancer football team. They throw it into the post. Lunde, Dordt brings the double team. Lunde against Proctor. Proctor one-on-one move for Lunde, and Lunde gets it to go off of the glass. Dordt leads 15-11. Rankin with the basketball back to Proctor. Proctor snaps it left side. Prinz at the free throw line. Fairclaw double. Well, they don't bring the double. He throws it into the corner. Milliken corner 3, good. Connor Milliken with the corner triple, and the Dordt defenders lead 18-11. 18-11 our score. Mount Marty basketball bringing it up will be Rugby Riken. Riken passes it back over to Garcia. Garcia with it on the wing. Garcia. Pass comes back over to Sandoval. Sandoval to Riken. Riken at the top of the key. Riken underneath, working against Proctor. Proctor blocks it. Rebound Proctor. Dordt running. Here comes Rankin. Luke into the front court, throws it into the corner. Prinz, top of the key, Fairclaw. Fairclaw, extra pass, corner, Rankin. Dordt will recycle it. 20 to shoot. Fairclaw with it. They don't bring a double. Instead, Fairclaw gets it to a wide open Jake Proctor. 3, good. Jake Proctor with 6. Dordt leads 21-11. Dordt extending the lead to 10. Dordt right now on a 9-2 run. Beg your pardon, I'm going to back it up even further. 13-2 run. 21-11. They were down at one point, 9-8. Lancer basketball. They throw it into the post. Lunde. Dordt brings the double. Pass goes left side Garcia. Garcia with it into the paint against Proctor. He pokes it away. Taken back by Rankin. Dordt running again. Luke feeds the trailer. Milliken scoops it up with the right hand. Good. Connor Milliken with 5, and the Dordt defenders now the tempo to their liking. They lead 23-11. 9:40 remaining first half. Lancers with the basketball. Rugby Riken. Rugby Riken brings it up against Prinz. Pass comes. Well, he's looking for the pass. Now throws it high post. Lunde against Milliken. Lob pass over the top. Sandoval layup good. And Sandoval will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as they're going to call the foul on Tyler Prinz. That is the issue against this Mount Marty team. You end up with some mismatches, especially when you switch on the screens, as the defenders do. And Tyler Prinz trying to fight in the post with Tyler Sandoval, only giving away about 6 or 7 inches. Sandoval listed 6'9", averaging 10 points per game. He's out of Omaha, Nebraska. He gets the bucket to go, making it 23-13 pending the free throw. Sandoval is an 83% free throw shooter and misses that one. Mount Marty, starting with a women's game today, having trouble at the free throw line. Now, you can't say trouble at the free throw line for the men yet. That's their first free throw attempt. We've only had 3 free throw attempts for both teams. Kopic into the paint. Right side it goes Lorenzen. Lorenzen in traffic. Maintains his pivot foot. Back outside it comes. Fairclough, 3, missed, no good. Lorenzen up high for it. And Dordt will have a fresh 20. Lorenzen backs out. His 3, no good. And the rebound controlled by Sandoval. Sandoval with it. Dordt by 10. 8:40 and counting. First half. Into the front court is Garcia. Garcia throws it to Jensen. Jake Jensen with it in between the circles. Hargens knocks it away. Hargens with the save. Gets it over the top. Milliken. Milliken the trailer. Kopic. Kopic thought about the transition 3. Instead puts it on the deck. No good. There for the rebound is Hargens. Hargens has it blocked away out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. 23-13, defenders by 10. Defenders had a fast break opportunity and unable to convert it. Here's Lorenzen in the corner, 17 to shoot. Back it goes Fairclough, puts it on the deck to the free throw line. Nothing there. Retreats, back over to Kopic, 10 to shoot. Bryce with the basketball, Milliken down into the post, Lorenzen. Lorenzen against Jensen, 5 seconds to shoot, 3. And Lorenzen rattles it, no good. Long rebound though, and it's stepped out of bounds. Last touched by Fairclough. It'll be Mount Marty basketball. So Mount Marty with the basketball. 23-13. Brandon Garcia inbound, gets the inbounds pass. So the defenders got up by 12. They lead by 10 right now. Had a couple really good looks on that sequence. Shots not dropping right now. Usually they end up falling, but Damon Updahl in the lane, shot no good. Rebound tapped out and controlled by Mount Marty. Mount Marty with the basketball. Dordt tapped it, didn't control it. Lunday with it, 15 to shoot. Lunday at the top of the key, working against Fairclough. He's going to back his way in. Holds his foot, gives it off to Garcia. Garcia against Kopic. Garcia fading away. His shot no good. Rebound tapped out and controlled by Lorenzen. Lucas with the basketball. Lucas working against Opdahl, and Opdahl is going to be called for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 on Damon Opdahl. And for the Lancers, Coach Colin Othier up off of his seat to talk things over with the official. Brian Van Haften never sits down, so he never has to get up to converse with the official. He's already in go position. Dordt will inbound the basketball. Ty Van Essen to throw it in. Van Essen gets it into Rankin. Rankin with the ball. Rankin guarded by Opdahl. Rankin at the top of the key. Throws it underneath for Hargens, and Hargens has it off of his fingertips and out of bounds. It'll be Mount Marty basketball. Well, Dordt's gotten some execution, but just haven't been able to finish necessarily. Dordt leading by 10, 23-13. Pass goes out front. This is Lopez. Lopez gives it up Jensen. Jensen back outside. Lancers have it. That's a new player checking in that did not see a ton of action against Sutton Errand. 3 on the way, hangs on the rim, no good. Rebound controlled by Lorenzen. Dordt with the basketball, Rankin ahead to Kopic. Kopic to Van Essen. Dordt in transition. Ty with it, back out front Luke. Luke Rankin with the basketball, back to Van Essen. Van Essen right side Hargens. Hargens room to work against Opdahl. Double team, back out front Luke. 3, in and out, no good. Halfway down, pops out. And the rebound is controlled by Mount Marty. Lancers coming back the other way. Driving the other length of the floor is Garcia. Garcia, layup, right hand, good. Garcia with a 2. He's got 6, and the defenders lead 23-15. 4 unanswered by the Lancers. And Bryce Kopic is fouled on his drive to the hoop. A blocking foul called on Errand. So Sutton Errand whistled for the personal foul. Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line. He's a 76% free thrower. First one by Kopic, no good. Well, the defender men struggling just a skosh from the free throw line as well. 1 of 3 now. Dordt with a 17-14 rebounding edge. 5 turnovers by the Lancers, 2 by the defenders, but Dordt has not made all of those turnovers count. Second free throw on the way for the fifth-year senior from Hayward, and that one's up and through for Bryce Kopic. Kopic closing in on 2,100 points. In fact, 2,200, I believe. Had all of that in my prep work, but somewhere that's buried in my stack of stuff. Down low it goes Lopez. Lopez reverse layup, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds by Aaron. It'll be Dordt basketball. So the defenders will get the basketball back. And the defenders leading by 9 with the basketball. They've led by as many as 12. Lorenzen into the paint, hangs in the air, gets it to go. Lucas Lorenzen with 5 points, and the defender lead is 26-15. 26-15 our score. Rugby Reichen in between the circles. Reichen directing traffic. 5:10 left to play in the half. Dordt by 11. Lancers have it. They give it up Lopez. Lopez, a senior from Lincoln, takes it in. His shot no good. Holding his ground that time was Proctor. He was able to defend the post player. Pass goes left side, Vanessen. Vanessen back out front, Rankin. Rankin, 20 to shoot. And the defenders will get a ball screen out front for for Rankin. Throw it over to Vanessen. Vanessen 3, right wing, missed it, no good. Rebound controlled by Lorenzen on the putback, and he gets it over the top of Rugby Reichen. Lucas Lorenzen with a putback, he's got 7, and the defenders lead by 13, 28-15. Lancers so far in this one, 7 of 22 from the floor. Pass, left side. Mount Marty basketball, Jensen. Jensen to Lopez. Lopez, right side, Reichen. Reichen, Opdahl. Opdahl, 3, good. Damon Opdahl from Summit, South Dakota makes the 3. It's 28-18, defenders by 10. 4:07 left to play in the half. With the basketball up front, Luke Rankin. Rankin has it on the right side, back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen puts it on the deck, into traffic. His shot off of the glass, no good, and a foul's going to get called on the rebound. They're allowing a lot of contact when the shooter goes up. As long as you have relatively straight up on your defense. So foul called on the rebound. That's going to go against Lucas Lorenzen, and for Lucas, that is number 1. Hargens is in. Lorenzen will check out. It's Hargens, Vanessen, Milliken, Proctor, and Rankin, and a relatively low-scoring game. Dordt leading by 10, 28-18. Lancers have the basketball. Reichen will bring it up. Lunday trying to set a screen for him in the backcourt. Rankin, they switch. Proctor picks up Reichen now. They go to Lopez. Lopez at the top of the key, guarded by Hargens. Hargens right side, Lunday. Lunday to Vanessen. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound controlled by Reichen. Reichen in the paint. Short shot, no good. And the rebound deflected out. Last touch by Mount Marty. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt leading by 10. They've led by as many as 13. They've got the basketball back. 3.5 left to go in the game. In the first half, that is. Rankin has it. Out front, Milliken. Milliken to Rankin. Underneath for Hargens. Somehow comes down with it. That tight end frame really helped that time. And Hargens off of the glass, good. Jake Hargens playing with more and more confidence. 30-18. Figuring it out. Bit of an undersized post player, listed at 6'3". But he is figuring out that dunker's position, if you will, down on the block. That's what they call it in the offensive set for the defenders. Mac Reichen. Reichen with it on the right side. Back it goes over to Lopez. Lopez, Jansen. Jansen too strong, no good. Gets his own rebound back. Puts it up in traffic. Shot no good. 2 point-blank shots for Jensen. Can't get him to go. And the Dordt defenders now with the basketball. Rankin. Dordt by a dozen. Luke into the front court. Throws it into the corner. Milliken. 3-ball. Missed it. No good. But a push-off's going to go against Jake Hargens. So Hargens a little too handsy on the push-off. Rather than getting his hip into the player and holding position, got a hands on the back. And a turnover in effect Actually, we'll see how they score it. It's going to be a defensive rebound rather than a turnover. So give Rugby Riken the turnover, give him the rebound, and foul called on the rebound. And the defenders will now retreat on defense. Lancers have the basketball. Rugby Riken across half court, guarded by Rankin. Dordt leading 30-18. This is Lunday. Lunday against Fairclough. Lob pass over the top for Sandoval. Foul called on the post entry pass, I guess. Going to call that on Luke Rankin. That's number 1 on him. Ball actually ricocheted off of Sandoval's hand up off of the glass. It's team foul number 5 on the defenders. Rankin on defense. This is Milliken now. They get it into Lunday. Lunday puts it up, and his shot won't go. Rebound tapped by Sandoval. Loose ball picked up by Rankin. Rankin on the run. Luke into the front court. Left side, Proctor. Proctor, 3, too strong, no good. Ball's on the floor, picked up by Sandoval. Sandoval with the basketball. The big fellow leading the breaks. All 6'9" of him. He hands it off to Lunday. Lunday with it. Lunday, his team down by a dozen. He's got 4 points so far. Down to the baseline is Jensen. His shot no good. Rebound Fairclough. Neither team shooting it well. Pass goes back over to Milliken. Milliken Rankin into the corner. Proctor back to Milliken. Milliken on the fly. Jump stop. 10-footer off the heel. No good. Rebound tapped out. Picked up by Milliken. Comes back over to Fairclough. Fairclough drops it inside Lorenzen. Lorenzen reverse layup. Good. Lucas Lorenzen gives Dordt a 14-point lead. Biggest lead of the contest. Lucas Lorenzen now with 9. They've been hard to come by today for Lorenzen. Well, they've got him with 10 on the scoreboard. Did he go 1 of 2 from the free throw line? He did, and I missed that one. So Lorenzen now with 10, and the defenders lead 32-18. He leads all scorers. Under a minute to go in the half. Riken down to the baseline. His pull-up jumper missed it, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Luke Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Dordt with an opportunity to extend the lead. They lead by 14 right now. Luke, pull-up, 17-footer, splash. Luke Rankin with a 2-point bucket, 34-18. Heady move. You get the shot off relatively quickly. That's a 2-for-1 now. Well, Marty's got to shoot with about 5 or 6 seconds left at least. Well, Marty dribbling it out. They're going to milk the clock as much as they can, trailing by 16. I don't know that this is the strategy I would take, but I am not coaching or playing. Rugby Riken driving in. Cut off there. Comes back over to Lunday. Lunday 3. Too strong, no good. Nobody gets the rebound, though, for the defenders. And up off of the glass. 3 seconds left. 2-point basket for the Lancers. And the ball is loose in the backcourt. And that brings the first half to an end. Our score, Dordt 34. Mount Marty 20. 34-20. Defenders by 14. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym here at halftime right after this 2-minute timeout.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@outdoorelementsinc.com.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get into the halftime. And coming up at halftime, we are going to, if you watch on the floor, you are going to see a halftime recognition as today, Dordt welcomed back a couple of longtime head coaches, and welcome back is a strong word. Feels like they've never left. They are Len Rhoda and Rick Vanderberg, and Dordt privileged to recognize the two coaches, coached over 1,100 games over the course of their career. Len Rhoda coached men's basketball in the early 70s, transitioned to the women's coach, and he was men's coach from 71 to 77. Led the team for 130 games as their head coach. Went on to serve the women's basketball program for 22 seasons. Coached in nearly 700 games. He faithfully served countless young men and women during that time. That is Len Rhoda at midcourt. And you're also going to see Rick Vanderberg go onto the court. Coach Vanderberg was the men's basketball coach from 1978 until 1995. Leads the Dordt University men's basketball program in wins with over 250. He coached over 463 basketball games, and you can still find him around. He served as athletic director then from 95 to 2009. And you can still find him most mornings helping at the rec center and here in the DeWitt Gym. Their wives, Lee Rhoda and Lori Vanderberg, served very faithfully along those two, and we welcome them back and recognize them here at halftime of this men's basketball game. So we welcome them back, and great to see those men once again in the DeWitt Gym. We see them most days, but this one's in an official capacity, so we thank them for what they have done at Dordt University. Let's go ahead and roll the highlights, and we will recap the first half of play. So let's take a look at those highlights. The defenders today trailed early. They were down 7-5. Went on a 13-2 run to lead 23-11, and that lead grew to as many as 16 before settling for a 14-point lead at halftime, 34-20. Mount Marty is led by Brandon Garcia with 6 points unofficially. The defenders, Lucas Lorenzen leading the way with 10, and it's been pretty tough going for the defenders on offense thus far. But the Dordt defenders maintaining a 34-20 lead at halftime. The shooting numbers for the defenders, 14 of 35 from the floor, 40%. And there you see many of the men's basketball players from the era of the Rick Vanderberg coaching era that spanned 1978 to 1995. And good to see a lot of those old friends back on the Dordt campus. So they are being recognized here at halftime as the Dordt defenders taking on Mount Marty here this afternoon. Shooting from the floor for Mount Marty, 9 of 31 for 29%, 2 of 6 on threes, 33.3%, and 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Dordt 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Dordt with a total of two turnovers. Mount Marty has 6. Dordt has a 25-20 rebounding advantage. Let's take a 2-minute break here. We'll be back with a rundown of all the individual numbers from the DeWitt Gym right after this 2-minute timeout.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? If you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours and hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Here are the official numbers for the first half individually. Lucas Lorenzen, 10 points and 8 rebounds for the Defenders. 5 points for Connor Milliken, 6 for Jake Proctor on a pair of threes. Bryce Kopic, 3 points. 2 points for Luke Rankin, 4 for Jake Hargens, and 4 for Ty Van Essen. Luke Rankin with 4 rebounds, 3 rebounds each for Hargens, Fairclaw, and 2 for Milliken. 2 assists for Luke Rankin, 2 steals. For the Mount Marty Lancers, they are led by Garcia with 6, 5 for Jensen, 4 for Lunde, 3 for Opdahl, and 2 for Sandoval. 6 rebounds for Lunde, 4 for Jensen, 4 for Sandoval, and 3 for Riken. 2 assists for Tosh Lunde. Mac Riken has a steal. Lopez and Jensen each with a blocked shot. The Defenders leading Mount Marty 34-20. Around the league, here are the scores, either at or near halftime. Morningside leads Midland 44-40 in Sioux City. Dakota Wesleyan leads Hastings 42-36 at the Corn Palace. Concordia 41-28 lead on the road against Briar Cliff. Waldorf leads Doane 29-26. That's being played in Forest City. In the game you're listening to right now, Dordt leads Mount Marty 34-20. Women's basketball earlier today, Dordt a 92-55 winner over Mount Marty. Northwestern 102-60 over the College of St. Mary. Morningside defeats Midland 69-61. Hastings over Dakota Wesleyan in women's play 79-70. Briar Cliff over Concordia 73-56, and it was Doane over Waldorf 78-56. Current league standings, Dordt's 11-0, Dakota Wesleyan, Northwestern, and Doane are all 8-3. They slide into third place with a tie. Briar Cliff is actually in second now at 8-2. Morningside and Hastings both 7-4, Concordia 4-8, Waldorf 2-9, Mount Marty 2-9, Midland 1-10, College of St. Mary is 0-11. Men's basketball standings heading into play, Northwestern 9-0, Dordt 8-1. Northwestern will not get a game in. Their women were scheduled to play College of St. Mary. Concordia stands 7-3, Morningside 6-3, Dakota Wesleyan and Briar Cliff both 4-4, Mount Marty 4-5. Doan is 3-6, Midland 3-7, Waldorf 2-8, Hastings is 0-9. Let's take a 2-minute break and we'll be back to set things up for the second half. Right after this, this is Dordt basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 2 minutes.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything. Welcome.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dordt University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Back at the DeWitt Gym where the Dordt Defenders hold a 34-20 halftime lead over the Mount Marty Lancers in Great Plains Athletic Conference action. Reminder that coming up at the conclusion of our game today, we'll be presenting the player of the game from State Farm. Brought to you by Ross Hoekstra with State Farm serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. You can call Ross 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs. Or stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. We'll be naming our State Farm player of the game at the conclusion of today's contest. And a reminder that our pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer. 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Earlier today, the Dordt women's basketball team ran their season opening winning streak to 17. Going 11-0 now in the league, and you take a look back at how the Defenders finished last year. They won, my math is correct, 9 games in the postseason last year. Combine that with their 17 wins here, they have won 26 games in a row, dating back to a loss to close the regular season last year. Mount Marty basketball to start the second half of play. Lancers have it. Garcia gives it up to Lunde. Lunde over to Reichen. Reichen gives to Lopez. Lopez back to Reichen. Mac Reichen underneath. It's taken away by Connor Milliken. Milliken over to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Snaps it over to Kopic. Kopic in traffic. He lost his footing, and it's picked up by the Lancers. And the Lancers coming back the other way, and we've got a foul on the play. Foul called on Luke Rankin near midcourt. That's foul number 2 on Rankin. Rankin giving up the foul to prevent the run out and the fast break opportunity. Ball is inbounded, and with it is Brandon Garcia. Garcia with it at half court. Garcia driving in, drops it off, and it's off of Lopez it's going to be off of a Dordt player out of bounds. It'll be Mount Marty basketball with 19:26 left to go in the game. Lancer basketball, Garcia to throw it in. The Defenders, Garcia, Dordt defending, they pass it down low to Lunde. Lunde with it, Dordt brings a double team, he fires it off to Lopez. Lopez underneath, his 2-pointer is good. 34-22, defenders leading. Dordt's led by as many as 16. That was at 34-18. Rankin directing traffic out front, gives it up Fairclaw. Fairclaw into the corner, Kopic. Bryce back over to Rankin. Rankin gives it up right side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen three, too strong, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Mount Marty. Lancers have it back, trailing 34-22. Three from the wing, no good. Rebound cleared by the defenders. On the weak side, Fairclaw. He hands it off to Kopic. Kopic in traffic, and we've got a blocking foul called on Mac Reich, and that's number 2 on him. Well, the defenders today, 4 of 17 from the three-point line. And Bryce Kopic will shoot 2 free throws. Kopic's first free throw is up and good. He's got 5. And another free throw on the way for Bryce Kopic. And Kopic's second free throw is up and through. So Kopic makes both free throws. He's got 3 free throws out of 4 attempts. And he extends the lead to 36-22 for the defenders. Dordt up by 14. Lancer basketball, Garcia. Garcia with it on the right wing. Garcia passes it right side over to Jensen. Jensen to Lunday. Lunday puts it up over the top of Fairclaw, and Lunday's two-point bucket is good. He's got 6. Dordt leads 36-24. Defender basketball nearly 2 minutes into the second half. Lorenzen passes over to Rankin. Rankin down to the baseline, cut off. Rankin back to Milliken. Milliken in traffic, up with the right hand over the top of Jensen. It's good. Connor Milliken with 7 points, and the defenders lead 38-24. 38-24 our score. Brandon Garcia passes over to Jensen. Jensen to Lunday. Lunday double teamed. He gets it to Lopez. Lopez with a short shot. Good. Well, wherever the double team is coming from, that player is heading to the rim, and Lopez has gotten a couple of easy baskets because of it. 38-26, defenders by a dozen. Teams trading baskets right now. Pass right side to Rankin. Rankin to Fairclaw, 12 to shoot against Lunday. They bring a double team. Dordt snaps it over to Milliken. Milliken underneath Lorenzen. Lorenzen reverse layup, good. Lucas Lorenzen with a wraparound. He's got 12, and the defenders lead 40-26. So 40-26 our score. Bringing the basketball up will be Garcia. Dordt by 14. They've led by as many as 16. 16:55 left to play in the game. Reichen with it on the right side. Mac Reichen back out front to Garcia. Garcia guarded by Lorenzen. Looking for Lopez underneath. Driving in. Shot blocked by Fairclaw. Rebound Lorenzen, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Mac Reichen. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Mac Reichen, a sophomore from Yankton, trying to hassle the outlet pass. Knocks it out of bounds. And now the defenders with an opportunity to extend the lead. Rankin goes left side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen back over to Fairclaw. Fairclaw with it. Fairclaw on the left side. Ball deflected, and Lunday had it. Taken back by Rankin. Into the corner, Fairclaw. Milliken. Milliken with it. Runner in the lane. Floater is good, and he's undercut. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1. Connor Milliken with 9 points. Dordt extends the lead to 16. 42-26 pending a free throw. And shooting the free throw is Milliken. Milliken leaves it short, just barely grazed the iron. Dordt matches their biggest lead of the ball game, 42-26. Lunday underneath Lopez. Lopez puts it up, blocked by Fairclaw. Another block shot for Fairclaw. Here's Rankin in transition to Milliken. Kopic. Kopic unable to knock down the reverse layup. And here comes Mount Marty. Shot in the paint, no good, but a foul on the play called on Ben Fairclaw. So Fairclaw tries to block at the shot. Actually gets called for the personal foul on the play. Ben now with a couple of block shots. First free throw is up and good for Brendan Garcia. Garcia with 7, and he's got another one coming. 42-27, defenders leading. And another free throw on the way for Lopez. Garcia. Garcia, free throw, missed it. We got a lane violation though. Delayed dead ball, called a lane violation. Ben Fairclough stepped in just a shade early, so waved that one off. It's just as if it didn't happen. Ty Van Essen's going to check in. Ben Fairclough will check out. Give him a chance to catch his breath. And Ty Van Essen checks in. Free throw is up and good. So Brandon Garcia makes the free throw. 42-28, defenders by 14. Luke Rankin with the basketball. Rankin with it out front. Rankin goes right side Milliken. Milliken into the paint. Gets held, puts it up. They're going to call a jump ball. Oh, we've got a foul. We've got a foul called on the play. That one's going to go on Brendan Garcia. That's number 2 on him. And are they going to give fouls? It appears they will. So Connor Milliken will go to the free throw line. I thought there was a whole lot of holding on that move by Milliken. And one official saw it. The other one did not have the angle to see it. First free throw is up and through for Milliken. 43-28, another free throw on the way for Connor. He's got 10 points, 5 in the second half. 15:45 left to go in the ball game, and he makes both free throws. Defenders lead by 16, matching their biggest lead of the ball game. Just feels like they're on the cusp of blowing this one open. 44-28. Lancer basketball. Let's see if they have an answer. Brendan Garcia with the basketball. Garcia with it on the left-hand side. And Garcia passes back over to Opdahl. Opdahl with it. He checked in at the last break. Back to Garcia. Garcia with the basketball on the wing. Garcia with it, the left side. Comes back over to Jake Jensen. Long triple, misses badly, no good. Wide right. Catches the catches the bottom of the backboard. Here's Kopic. Nothing there. Goes back over to Proctor. Proctor, left side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen, left elbow. Fires it right side, Kopic. Kopic, 3, good. Bryce Kopic with 9, and the defenders lead 47-28. Dordt by 19. The defenders have outscored the Lancers 13-8 to start the second half. Brandon Garcia brings it up. Garcia driving in, stops, puts it up over the top of Proctor. No good. Rebound cleared, weak side by Kopic. Kopic with the basketball back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen tries for the blow-by move, and we've got a blocking foul called on Damon Opdahl, the sophomore from Summit. Unable to keep up with the junior from Milford, Iowa. So Bryce Kopic moments ago knocks down the three-point basket for the defenders. That's their 5th and 18 tries. The Lancers do not rely very heavily on the three-point shot. 2 of 8 so far today. And slicing into the lane is Jake Proctor. He's got 8, and the defenders have their biggest lead of the ball game, 49-28. Bringing the basketball into the front court, this is Rugby Ryken. Ryken with it on the right-hand side, brings it back to the middle of the floor, guarded there by Lorenzen. Passes over to Garcia. Garcia with the basketball. Garcia on the left wing, directing traffic. Comes back over to Opdahl. Opdahl. Return, 3, up, good. Damon Opdahl with the three-point bucket, and the defender lead is 49-31. And the Lancers call the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
We return to action. The Dordt defenders leading 49-31 after what was just a 30-second timeout. Lucas Lorenzen with it on the left wing, gets it back up front, Kopic. As we return to play, pass down low to Hargens, has Proctor open. Proctor, right corner three, good. Jake Proctor with 11 points, and the defenders lead 52-31, so back to a 21-point advantage for the defenders. Lancer basketball, working his way in. Reichen back over to Opdahl. Opdahl, his third three. He's got 9. And the defenders come back the other way. Lorenzen over the basketball. Back over to Proctor. Heat check three, no good. And the rebound controlled by Mount Marty. Mount Marty, right side pass over to Opdahl. Opdahl into the lane. Opdahl gives it up to Sandoval. Sandoval working against Vanessen. Sandoval back to over the top of Vanessen. Ball poked out by Proctor, picked up by Opdahl. Opdahl to Lunday. Lunday with the basketball. His team down by 18. Lunday against Vanessen. His shot from 17, no good. Rebound controlled by Vanessen. Vanessen hands it off to Kopic. Kopic coming back the other way. Bryce Kopic with the basketball. He's got it on the right-hand side. Nobody matches up with him. He shoots the three. Missed it, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Mount Marty. Lancer basketball. Reichen on the left elbow. Back over to Opdahl. Opdahl. Pass comes right side. Back over to Schroeder. Schrader with it. They give it back to Sandoval, and Sandoval flushes it. He's got 4, and the defenders will call the timeout. Timeout on the floor, charged to the defenders. Dordt leading 52-36. The defenders will take a full-length timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute. (52-36), defenders by 16. And the defenders used a timeout moments ago. The defenders have led by as many as 22 today. So Dordt used a timeout. First timeout of the day. Pass left side over to Prinz. Prinz with the basketball. Prinz right side to Rankin. Rankin on the wing, back over to Prinz. Prinz to Fairclaw. Fairclaw with it, back at the top of the key. Right side Prinz. Prinz Proctor, 7 to shoot. Proctor, 17-footer, good. Jake Proctor with a 2-point bucket. He's now got 13, and that's a new season high for Proctor. Dordt leads 54-36. Lancer basketball, Reichen. Reichen goes to Lunday. Lunday. They throw it down low, Sandoval. Sandoval with another dunk. Sandoval able to get the ball down low, throws it down. Dordt leads 54-38. Rankin with the basketball on the right-hand side. He's guarded out there by Tosh Lunday. Rankin picks up his dribble. Looks like maybe a zone applied here by Mount Marty. We're going to watch a little closer. Nope. Lunday guarding Rankin man-to-man. Hargens tries to get it inside. 8 to shoot. Jump hook in the lane for Hargens. Good. 6 for Hargens. Dordt leads 56-38. Coming back the other way, Lancers. Rugby Reichen with it on the right wing. Reichen has it at the top of the key. Goes back over to Sandoval. Sandoval to Reichen. Reichen Fairclaw on defense. Pass back left wing. Schroeder. Schroeder to Lunday. Lunday into the lane, nothing there. Gives it up, Sandoval, and Prinz is going to be called for a push. Tyler Prinz whistled for the foul with 4 seconds on the shot clock. 10:37 on the game clock. Dordt leading 56-38. And Mount Marty will inbound left side of the lane as we face the hoop, and they get 20 fresh seconds. Sandoval at the free throw line. Left side, Opdahl. Opdahl guarded there by Hargens as he tries to drive left baseline. Retreats back to the wing, comes back over to Reichen. Reichen a running start at it, puts it up off the glass, good. Rugby Reichen with a 2-point bucket, 56-40. Defenders by 16, 10:15 left to play in the game. That's in regulation. Rankin with the basketball on the elbow, back over to Prinz. Prinz down low, Hargens. Hargens going to work. Hargens comes back outside. Fairclough. Fairclough, three, good. Ben Fairclough, his first basket of the day. 8 different players have scored for the defenders. Dordt leads 59-40. Lunday with the basketball. Lunday. Back to Reichen. Reichen against Hargens. Dordt brings the double team. Kick out pass, Lunday. Lunday against Fairclough. Lunday stopped at the free throw line. Back over to Opdahl. 10 to shoot. Opdahl ducks in. His short shot. Airballed it. Rebound cleared by the defenders. Pass ahead to Prinz. Prinz layup good. Tyler Prinz with a 2-point basket. Dordt extends their lead to 21, 61-40. 9:17 left to go in the contest. Dordt by 21. Rugby Reichen into the lane. Back outside Opdahl. Opdahl, right wing. Damon Opdahl sizing things up. Pass goes down into the post. Sandoval. Sandoval puts it up off the glass. Good. Count the hoop, and he is fouled. Tyler Sandoval with 8. He'll go to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity. Other scores in the conference today. Morningside has opened up a 7-point lead with 9 minutes to go on Midland, 70-63. Dakota Wesleyan is up by 9 on Hastings in Mitchell, 54-45. And Concordia is up by 10 in Sioux City, 52-42 over Briar Cliff. Free throw for Sandoval is good. The sophomore from Omaha, he now has 9. And the defender lead is 61-43. 9 minutes remaining in the contest. Rankin takes it up the right-hand side, gets a ball screen from Fairclough, angles off to the left, into the left corner, Milliken. Ball deflected back out to Milliken. Right side it goes Rankin. Rankin over to Proctor. Jake, 3, missed it, no good. And the rebound taken away by Mount Marty. Mount Marty with the basketball. This is Garcia. Garcia, right-hand side. They go down low to Lopez. Lopez with a 2-point bucket. He's got 6. 61-45. Layup on the other end for Lucas Lorenzen on the run out. And the defenders extend the lead back to 18, 63-45. Defenders have led by over 20, couple different occasions. Biggest lead has been 21, I believe. Lancers have it. 8:08 remaining, trailing 63-45. They go to Lopez gets it back. Now kicks it back out to Garcia. Underneath Lopez. Lopez 2-point bucket, good. Jared Lopez with 8 second-half points, and the defender lead is 63-47, and we have a timeout on the floor with 7:59 remaining in regulation. Timeout on the floor, this timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
It'll be Dordt basketball after the timeout. Charge to the Mount Marty Lancers. Lancers now with 3 timeouts remaining. Neither team is in the bonus. And here come the defenders for the basketball is Rankin. Rankin takes it across the timeline. And Rankin feeds it off left side over to Fairclough. Fairclough facing up against Lopez. Feed it down low to Lorenzen. And a foul on the play. So that's going to go on Rugby Reich, and then for Rugby, that is foul number 1. Team foul number 5 against the Lancers. Dordt inbounding. Rankin gets it into Proctor. Proctor off of the glass, good. Jake Proctor putting together a nice game today. 15 points. Dordt leads 65-47. So Proctor knocks down the short shot off of the inbounds pass. Kisses it off of the glass. Left side pass to Opdahl. Opdahl back to Garcia. Garcia with it. Lunday. Lunday with it. Back to Garcia. Garcia into the paint. Garcia against Fairclough. Gives it to Lopez. Lopez takes it in against Proctor. And the foul is called against Proctor, trying to draw the charge. That's foul number 1 on Jake Proctor. Foul number 1. That's the 5th team foul against the defenders. So Proctor moments ago off of the inbounds pass. Proctor that time setting up. Looked like he might have taken the charge. A little delayed call for the drama, and they call a block on him. Shot blocked by Rankin. Rebound controlled by the Lancers, and Proctor comes away with a rebound off of the missed shot by Brandon Garcia from close in. Rankin tries to fire it underneath for Lorenzen, and the ball is taken back by Mount Marty. Ball's down on the floor, picked up by Garcia. Now poked away. Here comes Lorenzen. Lorenzen has Proctor, hands it off to Proctor. Layup good. Jake Proctor with a 2-point bucket. 11 in the second half, 17 for the ball game. Dordt extends the lead to 20, 67-47. Now Rankin on the run out after a steal. Rankin off of the glass, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It'll be Mount Marty basketball. So the Lancers trailing by 20 with 6:36 remaining. Dordt has the basketball. And the defenders will bring it up. Taking it up the floor is Rugby Reichen. Reichen hands it off to Damon Opdahl. Opdahl, Lunday. Lunday 3, good. Tosh Lunday with 9 points, and the defender lead is 17, 67-50. 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Lorenzen into the paint, nothing there. Goes back outside. Vanessen. Ty Vanessen with the basketball. Left side it comes back over to Kopic. Bryce throws it back out for Lorenzen. Lorenzen, Vanessen. Vanessen layup, right hand, left side, good. Ty Vanessen with 6 off the assist from Lorenzen. And now 3 on the other end by Opdahl. Damon Opdahl with his 4th 3. And the defender lead is back to 69-53. Defenders just can't land the knockout punch, but time's starting to work against the Lancers. Lorenzen 3, missed it, no good. Rebound controlled by Lunday. Lunday with the basketball. Lunday gets the return pass. Now the finger roll by Lunday. He's got 7 second half points, 11 for the game. Dordt leads 69-55. This one not over. Milliken has the basketball, 5:15 and counting. Backdoor cut. Lorenzen, and Lorenzen is fouled on the play by Lunday. So Tosh Lunday whistled for the personal foul. That's his first. And Lorenzen will go to the free throw line, and he will shoot 2. Lorenzen with a dozen. 1 of 2 from the free throw line so far. And the first free throw, no good. A second free throw on the way. Checking out of the ball game is Lopez. And the defenders will call the timeout with 5:12 remaining. Dordt leading 69-55, but the Lancers not going away. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with a Lucas Lorenzen free throw in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Sioux, an owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your
Lorenzen makes the free throw as we resume play. Dordt leading 70-55. Lunde takes it in against Kopic. His shot no good. Gets his own rebound back. Shot no good. Fouled on the putback attempt. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So that foul called on Bryce Kopic. That's number 1 on him with 4:53 left to go in regulation. Free throw on the way for Tosh Lunde. Lunde's first free throw is up and good. He's got another one on the way. Lunde with 12 points. Dordt led today by Jake Proctor. He's got 17. Lucas Lorenzen has 15. Second free throw is up and good for Lunde. So Lunde with a pair of free throws. And Mount Marty has whittled another point off of the lead. It's a baker's dozen, 70-57. Left side pass goes to Lorenzen. Lorenzen to Hargens facing up, short corner. Jake through traffic, and Jake Hargens with a 2-point bucket. He's got 8. Dordt leads 72-57. Lancer basketball. Up the floor is Garcia. Garcia on the right-hand side. Still has his dribble. Working against Hargens. Comes outside to Lunde. Lunde with it. Lunde at the free throw line against Lorenzen. And the shot won't drop, but Lucas Lorenzen called for the personal foul, and Lunde will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. Lorenzen whistled for his second personal foul. So 2 free throws on the way. 72-57 with 4:14 remaining. Free throw is up, in and out, no good. Another one on the way. Mac Reichen back in the ball game. He spent an extended period of time on the bench. He's played just 15 minutes today. Second free throw on the way. That one's short, no good. Rebound cleared, put back, Garcia. Garcia with 10. And the Dordt lead is 72-59. So Dordt got a couple of misses by Lunde, but then surrendered an offensive rebound on the free throw. Lorenzen with the basketball, gets it back outside, Kopic. Kopic goes back over to Rankin. Rankin down low, Hargens. Jake with it, back to Kopic. Kopic catches his 3, top of the key, good. Bryce Kopic with 12, and the defender lead is 75-59. 3:39 left to play in the contest. Dordt's led since they took the lead at 10-9. And a travel violation called on the Lancers. Dordt will get it back. Dordt by 16 with the basketball, 3:30 remaining. And Luke Rankin takes it across the timeline. Rankin has it on the left-hand side. Luke spins, nothing there. Back outside Milliken. Milliken back to Kopic. Kopic rolls it down low for Hargens. Hargens in the air, outside. Lorenzen, his 3, no good. And Bryce Kopic chases down the rebound. Dordt with the first 20. Rankin goes to Hargens. Hargens to Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. Kopic comes back right side, gets the return pass. His three missed, no good at the end of the shot clock. Rebound controlled by Mount Marty. Mount Marty with the basketball. Hands it off right side to Reichen. Reichen to Lunde. Lunde into the paint. Lunde working against Milliken. 2:29 remaining. Throws it back out front. Mac Reichen. Mac Reichen to Brandon Garcia on the left wing. Guarded by Lorenzen. Garcia puts it up. Shot won't fall, but he's fouled on the play. And Brandon Garcia will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Lucas Lorenzen has picked up 3 fouls now in about the last 3 minutes. And with 2:16 remaining, Dordt still with a 16-point lead. Looks like it'll probably be enough, but well, Marty is sticking around close enough to make it interesting. 75-60. Second free throw on the way is up and good, so Garcia makes both free throws. Dordt leads 75-61. And Luke Rankin has the basketball as we approach the 2-minute warning. Rankin with it in the between the circles, driving in, lays it up with the left hand. Luke Rankin with a 2-point bucket. Rankin now 2 for 4 from the floor. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Defenders have turned it over just 6 times today. Dordt leading 77-61. Into the paint, Lunde. Kick out pass back to Garcia. Garcia layup with the right hand, good. Garcia with 14, and the defender lead is 77-63, and we've got another timeout charge to the Lancers. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Homegrown.
Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Dordt gets the ball inbounded. Luke Rankin will walk it up. So the defenders by 14. And Rankin being held at midcourt by Garcia. Gets away from Garcia. Fires it into the corner. Lorenzen. Lorenzen 3 from the right wing. Too strong, no good. And the rebound tapped out. And the Lancers have a chance to bring the lead down as close as it's been in a while. Dordt by 14 right now. Lunde in traffic, and we're going to have a foul called. So Hargens commits the personal foul. That's going to be his 4th. Tosh Lunde will go to the free throw line, and he'll shoot 2. 1:13 remaining. 73 seconds left to go. Free throw by Lunde is up and good. And another one on the way. 77-64. So Lunde with another free throw on the way. And this one's up, and that one's good as well. 77-65, defenders by a dozen. So Lunde puts in a couple of free throws. Dordt inbounding. They get the ball into Kopic. Kopic back over to Milliken. Dordt across midcourt, and Lunde commits the foul on Milliken, and Milliken will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He is 2 of 3 from the free throw line today is Connor Milliken. And the free throw is up and good for Milliken. Connor in the second half with 7 points now. 12 for the ball game. Had a 3 and a 2 in the first half. Dordt leading 78-65 pending another free throw. And that one's up and good as well. 79-65. Connor Milliken makes both free throws. And the defenders lead by 14. Ball's inbounded, bringing it up the floor. This is Rugby Reichen. Reichen takes it across half court. Reichen picks up the dribble, goes over to Opdahl. Opdahl with it, under a minute to go. Opdahl back over to Reichen. Reichen against Lorenzen, and Lucas Lorenzen's going to be called for a foul on the three-point shot. It's going to be number 4 on Lorenzen, and Rugby Reichen will go to the free throw line to shoot 3. So 3 free throws on the way for Reichen. Reichen, a sophomore from Yankton, South Dakota, stayed home. Played his playing football and basketball for the Lancers. Played a lot of minutes last year in basketball, and I could see the case where he's a starting quarterback for the football team. The minutes will be tougher to come by. Maybe later in the season he'll continue to work his way back in. But starting quarterback, I'd imagine that's fairly time-consuming as well. 4 points for Reichen. He makes 2 out of 3 free throws. Dordt leads 79-67, and with 50 seconds remaining, Dordt will shoot more free throws. Connor Milliken shooting a couple more here. It's foul number 3, by the way, on Garcia. Some of the other games nearing their completion in the conference. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. Midland has taken a 3-point lead on Morningside in men's basketball. That's with under 20 seconds to go. Second free throw is up and good, so Milliken makes them both. A little bit surprised by that one. Dordt leads 81-67. Mount Marty basketball at the top of the key. Dribbling is Garcia. Garcia into the paint. His shot no good. Garcia hands it back over to Lunday. Lunday with the putback. It's 81-69. And we've got the second to last time out of the ball game charged to the Lancers. So Lunday with a 2-point bucket. Defenders lead 81-69. There's 36 seconds remaining. Let's take this time out brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek.
Wow. Well, a bit of an upset in Sioux City where Midland has knocked off Morningside today, 84-81 the final there. And Briarcliff has tightened things up with Concordia at 73-71. Just never know what's going to happen. 81-69, Dordt gets the ball inbounded. Luke Rankin is fouled in the backcourt. And Luke will shoot a 1-and-1. Free throw on the way for Rankin is up and through. He's got another one coming. 5 points now for Rankin. Extends the lead back to 13, 82-69. It does get challenging to work out the math here. Second free throw rattles, no good. It's 82-69. Midland basketball. Bringing the ball up the floor is Lunday. Just don't want to give up a quick basket. 3 by Lunday, off the mark, no good. Rebound Opdahl. Opdahl stripped. Comes back outside with the basketball, Garcia. Garcia long 2. That one's no good. Rebound tapped out. Dordt with a rebound. And here's Lorenzen with a dunk. Lucas Lorenzen with a slam dunk on the run out. And the defenders lead 84-69, and that'll likely do it. Lancers over the top. Steal by Rankin. And Rankin will dribble it out in the backcourt, and that's your final. Dordt 84, Lancers 69. The defenders improved to 17-1, 9-1 in the conference. Mount Marty drops to 7-9 and 4-6. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a recap of tonight's ball game and the Wireless World post-game show right after this 2-minute timeout.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Grain House, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn. See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home. The Dordt defenders an 84-69 winner today over the Mount Marty Lancers in Great Plains Athletic Conference basketball play. Coming up on the Wireless World post-game show, we will tell you who is our player of the game, and we will also take a look at the numbers, and we've got to run some highlights as well. So let's go ahead and run the highlights. We'll recap the ball game at the same time for our listeners on KIHK, Sioux County Radio. The defenders took the lead for good in the first half at 10-9. Mount Marty, though, did make some adjustments at halftime. That resulted in Jared Lopez getting 8 points, and Tyler Zandoval had 7 in the second half. They were not as productive in the first half, but they ended up with 15, and Sandoval had a couple of dunks. He had 4 field goals and a free throw. The defenders, enough transition baskets, and it was Jake Proctor really helping the defender cause. 4 twos and 3 threes today. A new season high for Jake Proctor, as Jake ends up with 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting. The final numbers for the defenders: 32 of 63 from the floor, 51%, 8 for 28 on three-pointers, 29%, 12 of 17 on free throws, 71%. Dordt got out rebounded slightly, 37 to 35. Turnovers, Dordt committed 6, Mount Marty committed 12. The Lancers were 26 of 62 from the floor, 42%, 6 for 15 on threes, 40%, 11 of 15 from the free throw line, 73%. Dordt was led in scoring today by Lucas Lorenzen and Jake Proctor with 17 points each. 15 points for Connor Milliken, 11 for Bryce Kopic, 3 for Ben Fairclaw, 8 for Jake Hargan, 6 for Ty Vanessa, 2 for Tyler Prince, 5 for Luke Rankin.
9 rebounds for Lorenzen to lead the way for the defenders. Ben Fairclough had 5 rebounds on a couple of block shots. 5 rebounds for Luke Rankin as well. 3 rebounds each for Connor Milliken, Bryce Kopic, and Jake Hargens. For the Mount Marty Lancers, they were topped today by Tash Lunde with 17 points, 14 for Garcia, and 12 for Opdahl on 4 3-pointers. 9 for Sandoval, 8 for Lopez, 5 for Jensen, 4 for Riken. And Lunde had 13 rebounds to go with 3 assists. The defenders win it by a final of 84-69. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll get set up with our post-game interviews on the Wireless World post-game show right after this. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK. Back with more in 1 minute.
The Hope Fund helps cover a myriad of situations that students find themselves in, most of them not self-inflicted. It could be the medical condition of a family member. It could be natural disasters. 100% of what's donated to that fund goes to students for real-world need. It gives Defender Nation an opportunity to come together and help students and their families who are in need. We get to participate in something that is so much bigger than ourselves.
As we resume the Wireless World post-game show, we are going to be joined first of all by Dordt basketball player Jake Proctor, and then we will work our way to Coach Van Haften if he makes his way up to the broadcast area. Jake Proctor today ends up with a season-high 17 points. Feel pretty good today, Jake?
Yeah.
First one goes in, things usually look up pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How's the transition been? We talked earlier in the year, and you said, yeah, things are going really good, feeling pretty comfortable with things. Now you've got a few more games under the belt since then, 4 games after the Christmas break. Continuing to learn and make adjustments with this team?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every week we kind of go into the week with the same mentality of how we're going to play and how we're going to execute all of our stuff. This week was a little different, so just being able to learn on the fly for us. They like to do some things different than some other teams in the conference. They're really post-heavy, so our doubles had to be great. Our recoveries had to be great. We had to do all that. We had to fly around, all that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, for myself, I feel like I'm getting a lot more comfortable. The speed of the game it's coming a lot better now, I would say. Yeah, when shots start falling, it feels pretty good.
Now, you're listed 6'3" or so. You end up paired up today in the post sometimes with a 6'6", 6'7" player. What can you do defensively to slow that player down? What are you trying to do?
I mean, just being physical. I liked how the refs called the game tonight. I feel like that played to our advantage in a lot of ways. We like to, be physical inside 12 feet. So, try to push them off their spot. When they do get the ball, give them a little space, but they come in, wall up because there's a double coming. So just wall up and be ready to bang in there.
What have you had to adjust to the most now that you've got 16, 17 games under the belt? What has been the transition for you in terms of coming to a different college after another year at another college? What's been the adjustment?
Style of play, I would say, is the big thing. Last year, a lot of one-on-one for me. This year, a lot of passing, which is the way I like to play. I think that's the way that we should be playing, and it works out for us a lot. We make a lot of shots, and we shoot a lot of threes, and just makes basketball a lot of fun.
Remind me what you're studying.
Secondary education.
Okay. And what's the reasoning? I mean, what draws you to education?
Well, obviously I get a coach then.
Yep.
That's a big thing. I like history, so be able to coach and teach history. I feel like that'd be pretty fun. Yeah.
Now, the rumor is one of your former high school teammates making a decision.
I think so. I think he's pretty set.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we probably can't go official with it then.
Yeah.
We'll throw that out. We'll call that a tease, Jake.
Yep.
But sounds like that would be exciting if that were to come to fruition. We'll wait and see when we get
Very
the official
exciting.
word on
Yeah,
that.
Very exciting.
Okay. Jake, I will let you go. Congratulations. Nice game today, and let's go get a couple more next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Jake Proctor talking about the matchup today. And by the way, Jake Proctor was our State Farm player of the game. Ross Hoekstra with State Farm, serving Sioux County in the tri-state area. Call Ross 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs, or stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. State Farm player of the game today is Jake Proctor. Well, J.D. Bohr. Well, hold on. If we're going to do this, we want to make sure that they hear you.
You're stuck with me today.
You drew the short straw today, or what?
Yes. No, I'm fired up. Let's go.
Okay. Well, I asked Jake Proctor. I said, "Okay, game plan. How do you execute, especially defensively? Trying to guard a bunch of big guys with a bunch of guards. How do you do that?"
Yeah, a big thing for us is just, our pressure helps us do that. If we can keep them away from the arc, I think, or away from the paint. One thing we do really well is we guard the ball. Maybe not as well tonight as we'd like to, but if you can do that, you can keep the ball out of the paint, and then our post doubles is kind of our way to manage some of our lack of size and hopefully use our quickness a little bit. And today probably wasn't excellent in that regard, but I thought we were pretty physical. And that's one thing. We might be a little bit smaller than some, but we are pretty strong. We were able to use that pretty well, and even did a nice job on the boards throughout the night to just, make sure that we weren't giving up any easy ones inside.
How difficult is it for this team to play in one where a team probably wants to muddy it up a little bit? They want to slow it up. They want to keep it in the 60s or 70s. There was a period of time where it looked like Mount Marty might be happy to keep it in the 40s or 50s.
Right.
Is that frustrating for this team, or have they figured out how to deal with that?
Yeah, I think both, right? I think it is frustrating. This didn't necessarily have the feel of a lot of the games that we played this year. A lot of times, maybe there'll be some stretches where it doesn't, it just kind of feels muddy, but then we loosen up and the game opens up and we can kind of take control. Credit Mount Marty for just continuing to, fight back. They just had some buckets in there and took away some of our transition opportunities. We didn't probably shoot the ball as well as we'd like to tonight, but Coach talked about it after the game. That's sometimes you just got to win it. You just got to find a way to win, and I think that's credit to this group of guys because the game's not always going to go the way you want it to, right? That's just basketball for you. That's life for you. You got to be able to adjust and learn on the fly, and I thought we did that well tonight to just find a way to be on top at the end.
And the oddity is, you say, man, we didn't shoot it that well. I end up looking at the stats, and it's 51%.
Yeah.
Now, three-point, not as good, 29%.
Yeah.
We've gotten pretty spoiled with 40% becoming the norm.
Right.
I want to ask a few questions about your role with the team. You're an assistant coach. You've circled back to Dordt University after a few seasons away. This is the second time you've come back.
Yeah.
Came back as a GA, had that experience, then went to Pella Christian. How long were you at Pella Christian?
4 years.
What drew you back?
Yeah, a few things. The college game for sure drew me back. I just love to be, working with college-age students, and the college game of basketball is something that excites me, and it's something that's a little different than the high school game. And my relationship with Coach Van Haften has always been strong, so to get to work with him again is something that was exciting for me. And just this university as well is a place that my wife and I love, and it's a place that certainly we've been a few places that we've loved, but this is one of them for us, and to get a chance to continue to do some things that we love, me coaching basketball and Erica assisting with the volleyball team, is a cool opportunity for us, and one that we're excited to come back again. We always say we just keep trying to get away, and it seems like we always end up coming back. So here we are again.
What is your role? What do you do? What does it mean to be an assistant basketball coach?
Yeah, I think in some programs you might see them divvy it up a little bit. That's not really the way that we do it. I'm just kind of there for all of it, and just Obviously there's a recruiting element that's really important to that. There's a coaching on the floor element, and it's not like it's just one aspect of the game. We're kind of just sharing the load with a lot of that stuff. And one thing about Coach Van Haften that I've just really admired is he's a great listener. So when you have a role on his staff, you have a voice in terms of what's going on. And so I've been very fortunate to be around him and be around this program and just serve these guys. I think whenever you're coaching, you're trying to serve. And it's ironic today on the day that we're honoring Len Rhoda and Rick Vandenberg, and you talk about service, and those are two guys that to this day, even coming into this role, I'm learning about what that means to serve, and just trying to serve our athletes well in all that we do.
I will let you go, JD. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll try it again on Monday morning.
Let's do it again. Appreciate you, Mike.
All right, that's JD Bohr recapping things. We've stalled almost long enough, but one game that's in overtime is still in overtime. Concordia and Briar Cliff over in Sioux City. There's a minute 20 remaining or so, and Concordia leads that one 83-80. Other finals today, Midland defeats Morningside 84-81. That one got my attention. Morningside is now 6-4. Midland improves to 4-7. Dakota Wesleyan beat Hastings 77-64. The Broncos have just had challenges this year, and they've been in games, just can't find ways to be in front when the buzzer sounds. Doane defeats Waldorf 62-57. So Doane is now 4-6. Waldorf slides to 2-9. And Concordia and Briar Cliff, 1:20 left to go in overtime. Bulldogs lead Briar Cliff 83-80. Dordt improved to 9-1 with a win here today, and Mount Marty falls to 4-6. So right now, Northwestern is 9-0, Dordt's 9-1. Those two things will not change. Concordia is 7-3. They'll either be 8-3 or 7-4 at the conclusion of their game with Briar Cliff. Morningside sits at 6-4. Dakota Wesleyan 5-4. Briar Cliff is 4-4. They'll either be 5-4 or 4-5. Mount Marty and Doane slide to 4-6. Midland 4-7. Waldorf 2-9, and Hastings is 0-10 in league play. That is going to do it for our broadcast this afternoon. This has been a production of a partnership with Sioux County Radio, the Dordt Media Network, and the Dordt University Athletic Communication Office. The Dordt Media Network is under the direction of Rich Lodewijk, and the Athletic Communication Office includes Matt Boss and Josh Tatton. Both are staffed primarily by Dordt University students. Our Sioux County Radio broadcast engineer today was Nathan Brook. Our Dordt Media Network operators today were Sean Solano and Noah Zylstra directing, Parker Freeman, Marcus Seifert, Zach Rupp, Amber Lou, and Hannah Jeremy on the cameras. For everyone here at Dordt University, have a good evening.